DC, what's up? How are you? It's been a while. I think it's been about a month, or maybe even more. It's been a long time. You guys have been making a ton of videos. I've been really digging it. It was kind of a quiet summer, you know, with everybody doing their summery type things, myself included. That's why I haven't been around for like about a month. Yeah. I've been itching to come on here and make another video and share. Just been so busy. The one that I'm really bummed about is Dave Rico had that thread, or maybe it was a contest, about showing 5 album covers, and I really wanted to get in on that. And there's part of me that thinks I should still do it even though the thread's kind of passed, or the contest or whatever is over, but because I had pulled the stack, I just never got around to making the video. So yeah, so anyway, I just wanted to share a couple of things from my listening stack. It's like about 6 records. Just some standout things, you know. I don't, and this is all jazz this time. Just some standout stuff that I thought I'd share with you. Some stuff you guys know, some stuff you don't. The first one I picked up is the Now Creative Art Jazz Ensemble. This is an interesting record. It's how do I describe this? It's not free. It reminds me more of sort of like an avant-garde style of jazz. And if you look on the cover, there's some dancers doing what I would imagine be some sort of interpretive dance, or what do they call it, contemporary dance, along to the music. And that kind of sounds, the music kind of sounds like that. It sounds like collaborative music. And again, it is free, but it has more of a, like an avant-garde type of a sound to it to me. But anyway, this album is really funky. And it's actually the first time that I recall seeing a handicapped musician on an album. I'm sure it's been there before. You know, I've seen visually impaired people, obviously. The first time I seen a guy in a wheelchair. So there are many things that make this album unique, but that's one of them. Mid-70s, good stuff. I highly recommend it. Next one, this guy is a hoot. Andrew Nathaniel White III. I can't recall if anybody else has shared this guy, but this guy is prolific. He's got, I mean, there's not much going on here. I believe these are all self-released. No label. Andrew's Music, 1975. This is Andrew's Music #1. I don't know if it's actually the first album. I've seen online maybe 20 to 30 different albums. There's a lot. This album is all him, basically. It is all him. It's all him, but most of it is unaccompanied. It's, you know, he's playing tenor, alto, tenor, oboe, English horn, and then the last track he plays alto, piano, and electric bass. So that's a tracked cut, but really interesting stuff. I can't say that I know too much about him other than the fact that he's self-released, and he's got a craptastic amount of albums. Sometimes they go for a little bit of money, and sometimes I've seen them sell really cheap. I don't remember off the top of my head how much I paid for this one, but really interesting stuff. Again, most of it is unaccompanied, and it's kind of an interesting listen. The Voices of East Harlem. Right On, Be Free. This is, it's sort of what it looks like. It's very gospel-y. Very gospel-y. I can't tell if it's a performance or I don't remember it saying much about it. I mean, you can see that there's like absolutely everybody and their mothers up on stage here. Just a fantastic listen, though. You know, sort of it has sort of like a Staple Singers quality to it, but also, you know, maybe throw in some Last Poets sort of thing. I don't know. This is a really fantastic listen. It's also a nice promo copy. Not for everyone. I really like it. Andrew, you might dig that if you don't know that. Speaking of Last Poets, This Is Madness. Douglas 7. Really fantastic cover art on this one too. I waffle on these guys. Again, these guys also have a few albums. It's got all the I guess the lyrics. It's all spoken word poetry. Excuse me, over percussion. Gotta follow that burp with a sip. So yeah, it's all spoken word poetry over percussion, and sometimes multiple artists are speaking at the same time, and it makes it very musical, very rhythmic. I can spread that out if you can see how dope that is. Really like the cover. So this isn't the original lineup for The Last Poets. The original lineup was only on the album Right On, and I don't think it was on Douglas. It was on another label, which is eluding my brain right this moment. But that album I really love. I mean, I really love that album. So much so that I'm probably on maybe my 5th or 6th upgraded copy of that, and now I'm really happy with the one that I have. I like these guys. I've had a couple of their other albums that I ended up selling. You know, that may be the same case with this one. I was feeling this though. The production is really high on this one, whereas the Right On album, I believe it's a soundtrack to a movie which you can actually catch on the tube. The quality isn't quite as good, so it is nice. It is nice hearing this, and pretty much anything on Douglas is a good bet. Yeah. So next up, Bobby McFerrin, Spontaneous Inventions. It's on Blue Note. This is a fabulous album. You know, I'm sure there's some of you whose only exposure to Bobby McFerrin might be, you know, the Don't Worry Be Happy song. There's really so much more there to be discovered though. I mean, look at these cats on here. Robin Williams, this is why I pull it out, because Robin just died recently. He took his own life. But Herbie Hancock, Wayne Shorter, Joe Hendricks, and Manhattan Transfer. Really fantastic. This is, I highly recommend this album. Again, Bobby McFerrin, Blue Note. Most of it is, you know, him doing his thing. It's pretty jazzy, this album. I really like it a lot. And it's fun. It's a fun listen. Yep, when this came out, 85. Yeah, I got to see him at work. Just kind of chatting with us, and he did a little spontaneous performance with some of the people at work, and it was really fantastic. Again, I can't recommend that album enough. I think there's even like an audiophile pressing of it too, which I'm sure sounds absolutely incredible. Last one I want to share. This cat is deep. So I would say he's a teacher, an ethnomusicologist. He's just a smart motherfucker. This is I have I think 3 of his albums. This one is Open Horizon by Ken McIntyre, and it's on Inner City, so I'm assuming this came out on Steeplechase at some point. But look at that. The other 2 albums I have are just as expansive with the liner notes, and they are incredibly fascinating to read. I mean, just incredible. I think at some point I posted on the Facebook page, and I found a website where someone had transcribed all this, or maybe it was put up on the internet, and I don't really know, but it's a fascinating read. Maybe I'll try to find it and put it in the, like, down below. But really, the thing that I like about this album in particular is Ken plays bassoon, oboe, and bass clarinet, and there's just so much rich, deep tones on this. Kenny Drew on piano, Buster Williams on bass, and someone on drums whose name I don't know, Andre Strobert. God, fantastic album though, 1975. Ken McIntyre, Open Horizon. At some point I'll share the other albums that I have of his. Again, the liner notes though, incredible, just deep stuff. I was very happy to put on the album and read this when I first got it. Anyway, just a few shares. I think it was 6 albums. I just wanted to get on and say hi. Again, it's been about a month, and I've been jonesing to make videos. Just been so darn busy. You know, my family, they just started back in school probably 2 weeks ago at this point. And I've been coaching sports teams and all that stuff. And work's just been really busy. Anyway, my best to you guys and gals. I'm looking at this pile here. I gotta do, even if I just flip through these albums, I gotta do this other share. So I'm gonna probably bang that out right after this. But again, loving all the videos. I'm glad to see everybody's back, and most everybody's in a good space. So anyway, cheers, BC, and I'll see you on the flip side.